أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير آمين يا رب العالمين. I welcome you to the introductory lecture of the Lisanulquran series. Lisanulquran means the language of the Quran. It is imperative to comprehend the language of the Quran in order to understand the essence of its meaning. This is a conceptual course of Quranic Arabic grammar. It is designed to enable students analyze Arabic grammar using examples and concepts from languages they are already well familiar with, such as English and Urdu. The Lisanulquran course has been developed and taught for several years by Ustad Amir Sohail. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with his efforts. I sincerely hope that this course will be a beneficial step towards our understanding of the Quran. Insha'Allah. The following are the objectives for the first lecture. Today, we are going to learn about the Arabic alphabets. We are also going to learn about Harakat in Arabic grammar. We are going to understand the difference between Alif and Hamza. We are also going to study the definition of kalima. And finally, we are going to have a brief introduction to the parts of speech in Arabic language. Our first objective is to learn about the Arabic alphabets. The alphabets of Arabic language are called huruful hija. In Urdu, the alphabets are called huruf-e-tahajji. The following diagram shows a list of huruful hija or Arabic alphabets. We will look at these one by one to see how they are pronounced. We will start with Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha, Kha, Dal, Zal, Ra, Za, Sin, Shin, Swad, Dwad, Twa, Za, Ain, Ghain, Fa, Qaf, Kaf, Lam, Mim, Noon, Ha, Waw, Ya. For the students who are familiar with the Urdu text, will realize that several alphabets in Arabic or huruf al-hija are written in the same way as they are written in the Urdu text. However, it is important to know that several of these alphabets in Arabic are pronounced differently as compared to Urdu. For example, this is ba in Arabic. In Urdu, we would call this be. Similarly, this is ta in Arabic, but in Urdu, we would call this te. A useful hint here is that the alphabets in Urdu that end with the a sound, such as be or te, they end with the a sound in Arabic. For example, be becomes ba, and te becomes ta. Moving forward, this is tha, ha, kha, ra, za, twa, za, fa, not fe, but fa, ha, and finally, ya. Next, we will study Harakat. The singular of Harakat is Harakat, And in Arabic, harakat or vowel points serve as phonetical guides. That is, the presence of a harakat will help us with the pronunciation of an alphabet or a word. We will study this further using the alphabet ba as an example. And if we look at the left-hand side here, we will see that the alphabet ba is associated with a harakat either above it or below it. In the first example, we see a harakat on top of ba, which is called zabar in Urdu and fatha in Arabic. The presence of zabar on ba produces the sound ba. In the next case, there is a harakat below ba, which is called zair in Urdu and kasra in Arabic. The presence of zair underneath ba will produce the sound b. So for the alphabet ba, if there is a zabar on top of it, ba, zabar, ba. And if there is a zair underneath ba, ba, zair, b. Finally, we have a harakat on top of ba, which is called pesh in Urdu and damma in Arabic. The presence of pesh on the alphabet ba will produce the sound boo. So depending on whether we have zabar, zair or pesh on the alphabet ba, we get the sounds ba, bi, boo. Another important concept is that of double harakat. Double harakat will be shown as follows. Again, we'll use the alphabet ba as an example. The presence of double zabar on top of ba will produce the sound ban. The presence of double zair below ba will produce the sound bin. And the presence of double pesh on top of ba will produce the sound bun. So depending on whether we have single harakat or double harakat, we will have the sounds ba versus ban, bi versus bin, boo versus bun. Double harakat are called tanween. Sukun is another important concept. Sukun literally means at rest or still. In the Arabic text, it is typically indicated as follows. And we'll again use the alphabet ba as an example. Sukun will either appear like this, where it looks like a comma sign on top of the alphabet, or it will appear like this, where it has an appearance of a small circle on top of the alphabet, or it will appear like this, where it has the inverted arrow or what we call the caret sign on top of the alphabet. The sukun symbol indicates the absence of a vowel or absence of a harakat on an alphabet, meaning that the alphabet has no single or double harakat above or below it. Now that we have learned about harakat and sukun, let us go back to the chart of huruf al-hija. And you will notice that the first alphabet actually has two symbols associated with it. For those of us who are familiar with Urdu text, this symbol in the alphabet is called Alif, and this symbol in the Urdu alphabet is called Hamza. But what is the difference between these two when it comes to the Arabic text? In the case of Arabic, this symbol by itself is called Alif. The definition of Alif is that there will be no harakat or no sukun symbol associated with it. The moment Alif has any harakat on it, such as pesh, zair, zabar, or any sukun on it, it becomes Hamza. Once again, in the top example, this is Alif. There is no harakat on it, and there is no sukun on it. And in the bottom example, these are all examples of Hamza. Here we have pesh, here we have zair, here we have zabar, and here we have the presence of sukun. So if there's any harakat or sukun on alif, it becomes Hamza. To summarize what we have learned so far, this is alif. There is not a presence of harakat or the presence of sukun on it. And these are all examples of Hamza in the Arabic text, either with the presence of pesh, or zair, or zabar, or sukun. So the total number of alphabets in huruf al-hija is either 28 or 29. And the difference is due to alif and hamza. If alif and hamza are considered as separate alphabets, then the total number is 29. And if they are considered as a single alphabet, then the total number is 28. Let us look at some examples to better understand the difference between alif and hamza. The following is an ayah from the Holy Quran, and the word that we will focus on is the word iqra. If we look at the word iqra superficially, we might conclude that there is two alifs in the word iqra, one at the start and one at the end. But if we look more carefully, we'll realize that this alphabet has a zair underneath it, and this one has a sukun on it. And what we have learned is that by definition, alif will have no sukun on it or no harakat on it. So this symbol is actually Hamza because of the presence of the zair. And this is also Hamza because it has the presence of sukun. So in conclusion, iqra has no alif in it. It has two Hamzas. The next example is that of the word insan. Again, if we look superficially at the word insan, we might conclude that there's two alifs in insan. But looking closely at the first one, we notice that there is the presence of zair, or the presence of a harakat, which makes this not alif, but Hamza. And with the second alphabet, this one has no harakat on top of it, no harakat below it, or no sukun on it. So this will be alif. Therefore, in the word insan, we have a Hamza and an alif. Now that we have studied about huruf and harakat, let us study the word. So a word in Arabic is made by the combination of huruf and harakat. So we can say huruf plus harakat equals word. Let us look at some examples. The first example is that of the word qalam. Qalam means pen. Qalam is made out of a combination of huruf and harakat. The huruf in qalam are qaf, lam, mim. And the harakat are a zabar on qaf and a zabar on lam. And the combination of these huruf and harakat will make the word qalam. The next word is insan, which means human. Insan is made of the following huruf: Hamza. Remember, this is Hamza, not alif, because of the presence of zair. Noon, Seen, Alif, Noon. So the combination of these huruf and harakat will make the word insan. The third example is that of the word kitab, which means book. Kitab will have the following huruf: Kaf, Ta, Alif, Ba. And there are harakat below Kaf, which is zair, on Ta, which is zabar, and the combination of huruf and harakat will make the word kitab. Next, let us study kalima. Every language has words And these words can either be meaningful words or they can be meaningless words. The other terms are bamana alfaz or meaningful words or bemana alfaz or meaningless words. Good example from the Urdu language is sometimes we say khana shana or chai shai. Khana is a meaningful word, but shana is a meaningless word. Chai is a meaningful word. Shai is a meaningless word. So what about all the words in the Quran? Well, all words in the Quran are meaningful words. There are no meaningless words in the Quran. And a meaningful word in Arabic is called kalima. So the definition of kalima is that it will be a meaningful word. Finally, let's have an introduction to parts of speech in Arabic. Whenever grammatical rules are established for any language, all the meaningful words in that language are assigned to different categories. In the example of English, these categories are called parts of speech. For example, nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, etc. In English, there are typically 8 parts of speech. In Arabic, there are a total of 3 parts of speech. All kalima or meaningful words in Arabic are divided into 3 categories. These are ism, fi'l, and harf. We will be studying each of these in much more detail in the later sections. But the purpose of this slide is to just have a brief introduction to the parts of speech in Arabic language. Once again, all kalima or meaningful words in Arabic will be divided into 3 groups. These will be either ism or fi'l or harf. This is a summary of the first lecture. We learned that the Arabic alphabets are called huruful hija. These are 28 or 29 in number depending on Hamza and Alif. Pesh, Zer, Zabar symbols are basic harakat in Arabic. Double harakat, do pesh, do zer, do zabar are called tanween. The absence of harakat, single or double, is indicated by sukun. The difference between Alif and Hamza is that Alif will have no harakat or sukun symbol on it. The combination of alphabets or huruf and harakat make words. And all meaningful words in Arabic are called kalima. And there are 3 types of kalima: ism, fi'l, or harf. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.